is up, YouTube, with a franchise guy coming at you again with a brand new episode of our MLB The Show 20, or the show featuring Chance Bishop, episode 129 on the series, coming out at some point today. It's currently 9:55 p.m. Eastern Standard on the 23rd of January. Yeah, it's coming out a little late. 702 career home runs coming into this home run derby. Chance Bishop, he's pretty good at the whole home run derby thing. He's won a couple in his career. You guys know what he's like. He's just really good at this home run derby thing. He always hits them, just hits a ton of home runs every time. 702 home runs, it's a huge milestone right there. Currently 60 behind Barry Bonds for tying the lead for most home runs all time. 61 away, the lucky Roger Maris number, away from breaking Barry Bonds' home run record. So depending on where he ends up at the end of this season, next season it could be a very good shot for him to hit, that 763rd career home run, which would just be absolutely insane to think about, to talk about, just even to imagine, since we've never really gotten this far in a Road to the Show. I think we're so far in Road to the Show currently that not only are there no ride-in rosters created players anymore, and if there are, they're very few and far between. Maybe like a Jason Dominguez, guys who were like 18, 19 years old at the start of this are maybe still hanging around, in their mid-30s, mid-late 30s. But for the most part, it seems like a lot of these guys are retiring off. Alec Bohm and Bryson Stott, guys who aren't old. Bohm made his major league debut, in 2020 season. Stott probably make his major league debut in 2021. Maybe 2022 at the latest. They both retired already. And Chance Bishop, at the point now when we start the season off, we have to tell our agent, what perks we don't want to regress. So every year perks regress, and we gotta tell the agent, be like, hey, what perks do you want to save? It's like power, fuel. It's always like weird combos too. It's like contact plate, discipline, speed, vision, power, fielding. It's just random, collabs of perks. And we always go for the with the power, because that's a chance which is more or less defined by is his power, his ability to hit a home run at any point and any time during any game, because that's just what he does. That's what his career has been so far. It's what we've strive creating this player on, his immense power. Now hopefully in MLB The Show 21, and I made a tweet about this, earlier today, because that's what I did instead of doing voiceovers. I made a tweet, because I really don't tweet ever. I make it like 1 or 2 tweets a week, but I made a tweet saying my top 3 things for MLB The Show 21 is they're all franchise based, We're sure to understand there being wonky logic. You're not going to have it perfect, because you don't really control the teams. You control one player and a full league of, you're one player with, and each team has 3 different, can have up to 90 players on a team, so you're one of those, 30 times 90. Those, was that 2,070? 2,700 players? You're one of those players. If I did my math correctly, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I should have done it correctly, but you know what I mean. You're one of 2,700 players. You can't fix everything. You can't be perfect. AI trade logic's gonna be a little wonky, but all of my wants were more or less for a franchise just to be better. I wanted better franchise mode. Better AI free agent logic. Because there was times in free agency where it's like, hey, we're going to trade away Blake Snell as a member of the Rays, but we're going to sign Mookie Betts. Now, why would they trade away one of their best pitchers and then go after the premier outfielder for that free agency? You know what I mean? And then there's one free agency where Cody Bellinger got signed by the Rockies, and it's just, I don't know, it just didn't make sense, since the Rockies weren't even a playoff caliber team. And it just seemed like they were spending money to spend money because they had money to spend on a premier talent. So a lot of that stuff came involved. And so also it's like, hey, it's the first year of MLB since, on Xbox, since ever. MLB The Show, renewed its license, and guess what? They said, hey, you can't have a license with exclusivity rights anymore. You have to have a multi-platform game. So MLB Show is coming to Xbox for the first time ever. And of course, me being a majority Xbox player, I was like, awesome, that's great. I don't gotta buy a new console. So, but then it's like, oh, things I'm not thinking about. What if, they don't have shared vaults? That the vault on Xbox is different than the vault on PlayStation. You got to think in EA, they have that problem in Madden where, EA has no rosters or no draft classes for Madden since everyone plays on PlayStation. So that's real hard. It's hard right there to find even good draft classes for Madden on Xbox since, they don't have the shared vaults. But I made a tweet, it's got a couple likes, it's got some couple engagements. I think people are liking it. That, MLB Show's always been a company that's always pushed for, being better than everyone else, it seems like. They're the first team to really, the first company to really engage in franchise AI stuff. You sign a player, if you sign a player on the Yankees and you're playing as the Red Sox, guess what? They won't have a Yankees cap anymore. They'll have a Red Sox cap. So, little things like that are, more or less, I guess, cosmetic changes. Not really even gameplay changes. Even the gameplay still has some really bad problems with it. But definitely thinking that if MLB Show can implement that one thing right there, so people on Xbox experience write in rosters updates, and even bacon fictional rosters where he created an entire universe for himself, and with all brand new creative players, and it makes the draft seem more realistic almost, because you're playing now with players that fit the mold of the rosters you currently have. You're not playing with auto-generated rookies. You're playing with, for that universe, real players. So it just helps the realism factor a little bit. But we are in the All-Star game, guys. Yet again, another All-Star game for championship. I have lost count how many All-Star games were. It's like 10, 11 All-Stars now. I mean, unfortunately, Hank Aaron, who did just pass away a couple of days ago, he has the record for 21 All-Star games from like 55 to 70 something. It was insane. The career he put up and the amount of All-Star games he made, just absolutely insane. But condolences to his family, and I hope that he's at peace now and all that stuff right there. So rest in peace to Hank Aaron. And it's weird to think about the amount of players who have passed away this year. You got Wadey Ford, Joe Morgan, Bob Gibson, Hank Aaron, a ton of Hall of Famers and big name players have unfortunately lost their lives this year. A couple to COVID. Tom Seaver passed away due to complications with COVID. Sure, he also had complications due to dementia. But another big highlighter was COVID, because he had dementia that was regressed to psychologically, so nervous system problems it would create. But this, I don't know, it just really took a toll on his body, and then getting COVID did not help him at all. And Chance, though, has had a great career. Not a great play right there, though, by the future Hall of Fame first baseman. Cutting up a little live right there, but Chance was definitely in good company where he's at in his career. Let's get the replay this thing. Look at that. Just absolutely eats him up. Not great at all by Chance the Bishop. So, 6th inning now, gonna try and get some revenge on that. Get maybe a nice rebound play. That's going to be a line drive. There you go. Snags that one. Steps on the bag in time for the out. So, hey. I mean, at least you got that one in check. So, good for Chance Bishop, though, bouncing back. We do get pinch hit for right here. Jeffrey Robinson. That's not Chance, but Chance's day is officially done now at the All-Star game. So, you hate to see your day end, but there you go, pinch hit for in the 7th inning. But as always, you love to end the episode off on a W, even if it is the All-Star game and it really doesn't mean much in the long run. It is great, though. We had a productive game, which, it's better than others. We have bad games here and there. But, All-Star Game, at least you want to show off for those who did come out to watch you play in a game like this. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, hit that like button, comment down below. Tuesday's episode will be episode 130 on this series. I think we'll be about 150 episodes by the time this series wraps up. We do have MLB Show 21 news coming out next month, so stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll do some reaction videos of that. But next time you though, peace out, rock on, stay classy, have a great day guys, and yeah, wash your hands, I don't know.